Alright, what's up guys? It's your boy Mike here, and also Riri is here, my number 1.5 fan. Go ahead and say hi.
Hello, guys.
Hey Riri.
Hello.
Anyways, so we're going to be talking about the anniversary, the sync, and Tanabata as quickly as possible because I am on a time limit, literally time limit category mission. If you
And
will.
the first recording that we did got corrupted.
Yeah, crying. But anyways, I think people are saying that they want to skip these banners entirely, and I think that even just not even just doing the discounts is probably like just a really bad move. Even if you have a lot of these units rainbowed like I am, and I am a person who obviously summons a lot on anniversary just because I like to save a lot of stones for it, and it's also it's also a lot of tickets that you can get as well from stuff like that. uh, but a lot of these units I have rainbowed, but I can see a lot of other people maybe not having a lot of them rainbowed, especially like the worldwide download celebration units too. But even the most recent ones on these Dokkan Fest banners aren't like unusable, right? Like Super Saiyan Blue, as much as people want to downplay them, they still have like an excellent team, as well as having the ability to take zero damage 50% of the time as long as they dodge. But yeah, like I said, I have a lot of these units rainbowed, but even still, I'm probably gonna summon on these banners and at least try to pull a couple copies, fix some hidden potentials with it, maybe these extra copies. But yeah, there's even like the tickets, the rainbow tickets, they're giving us free multis, and it's kind of crazy that they changed the 50 free summons to just be something that's like just not LRs anymore. It's like actual just usable on these banners, which is insane. Because the amount of times that I've seen someone like Beast Gohan drop in some of these ticket multis is like crazy, which is just insane to think about. Like you can just pull a unit for free, like a brand new unit for free, and I feel like people underrate that a lot for sure.
You can even pull the unit multiple times in the same multi. I seen a video a while ago.
Mhm.
Somebody pulled Beast Gohan with those tickets 3 times in the same multi. They also pulled a couple of the Blue Guys, GT Duo, and some of the other units on the banner there just from those tickets alone. And the value of that is already insane as much as it is. You're getting about, what is it, 70 units, which is about 7 multis. And
Is this 70? I wasn't sure. I thought it was 5, but I might be wrong.
I'm not too sure. I could be wrong as well. But even then, multiple units that you can get from a multi, especially if it's a Goku Black Rip or something like that, is
Right.
insane, because you have no idea like the one unit that you get, either it being Beast, Gogeta, the Gammas, or Broly, if it's gonna just be one singular copy, or is it gonna be multiple copies?
Right. Like even if we just look at it like this, right? And we just look at it like, okay, there's 50 units. We'll just say that it's 50 just to make that point, right? And we know that 10% of those are going to be SSRs, and we'll say half of those are going to be the featured SSRs, right? That's technically 2 chances of pulling a new unit, and that's like on average, right? That's not even like if you're super lucky, if you're maybe not as lucky, like you still have the ability to pull like 5 brand new SSRs that you wouldn't have had otherwise unless they gave those tickets to you. And again, they could be lower, it could be higher.
Extra units that you could get for free just by playing the anniversary.
Yeah, it's insane. But like I said, I think that anniversary is definitely something that people should summon on. And even going past the anniversary, we can go ahead and talk about the like sync that I think is gonna happen too. So we know for sure, I should probably put it like this instead. We know for sure that we are just not getting Telpo, right? Like the way that it's going to happen is anniversary is going to happen at the same time as Tanabata for JP. And then JP is going to get like the whole Tanabata banner as well, and get whatever a brand new like Dokkan Fest that they're about to get in like literally less than a week or something. And while over here we're on global, we're suffering because we have to just kind of wait for anniversary. It is still,
stay strong, soldiers.
I'm trying. It is still something to worth noting. It's just like I've heard a lot of talk about like Global will not get the Tanabata unit, and I completely agree. We're just not. Like, that's just one of the Dokkan Fest we're missing, and it's also just going to be Topo, right? Topo is a little bit of a different solution. So Topo can just be, we could just have it where Topo can come back on JP, and then Global gets the banner, and then they just add the side banner unit. Because they already did it for, I actually didn't pull it up. I forgot to pull it up. But
Yeah.
Global did it with the Trunks, where they were just like, yeah, we hate you, so we're gonna put it on AGL first from Frieza banner. Let me just see if I could pull it up real quick. Form Frieza banner. I think it should be on. There we go. How they, yeah, did they even take out any Dokkan Fest to put? Yeah, they took out Ginyu. That's what it was.
Yeah.
They took out Ginyu and they put Trunks in. I think that literally the same exact situation can happen on Global, where it's just like, okay, we're gonna get whatever banner that JP is getting, and that's gonna be like the sync summon after the Global anniversary and JP Tanabata. And then it's just like, we're also going to get the side banner unit, and then Topo can maybe just return next month, right? Like, I could definitely see that happening. It would be a good dub for JP, because I don't think he's been out for 6 months, has he?
I don't believe so.
March. Okay,
He's been out since March.
Yeah, so it'd be like a 4-month return.
Yeah.
Even still, if they want to wait until after the Worldwide Download Celebration and have it where he returns there, and maybe just Global doesn't get it for 7 months, but then we get it when JP does. That could also be another thing as well. We just truly don't know. But it's not like he's not going to obviously come into the Global version. Whenever JP gets it is when we're most likely going to get it back. And then the side banner unit is just whatever. But I'll be honest, you guys aren't missing much. This guy's a silly fellow.
Yeah.
Only he's so weird. He's actually just so weird. He gets more attack. Is it more? Yeah, crit and attack like in the 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th, and 10th turn. And then he gets more defense on the 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, and 9th turn.
I feel like the creators were playing hopscotch for how they designed this guy's kit.
I don't know what was going on, man. Like I said, we're not gonna miss much. We're not wanting that guy.
There's creative differences. Like when they're making these characters, I think they're just trying to be like super creative with how they accept the packet they present the passive and design the characters. However, a lot of people do not care about the creativeness of somebody like the side banner unit for Topo's banner. They prefer a unit like Topo, or when the Gammas came out, like they're just an utterly broken character. It doesn't really matter what their passive looks like if it's supposed to be creative. We don't want creativeness in that way. We want creativeness in how OP this unit's gonna be.
Right. I'm okay with the unit being a little silly, because I think Broly Trio was my silliness that I loved. Is getting the 7 orbs, getting the orbs in a certain way would give you a different like stats and all that stuff, while physical would just buff the unit. Like, I thought that was very unique, right? But when we look at something like this where it's like turn based, I'm like, no, that's not the unique I want.
Yeah.
But going into the Tanabata really quickly, not to kind of cut you off, but
No, you're okay.
I think something that could definitely happen, and I haven't really seen the idea thrown up too much, but I wouldn't be surprised. I would be okay if this happened, right? So Global doesn't get the Tanabata next month, right? We have to wait 5 months. We're crying. We got our little tears coming down our eyes, and then for the Christmas celebration, Dokkan gives us a little peck on the lips, and then drops the Tanabata for Christmas, and then we could have it where that will be like our moments to have the unit, and then we just have it where it's just like let's pretend that Super Saiyan 4 Goku was Tanabata and it was literally just like this exact banner. I think what they could definitely do is just like obviously give us the Super Saiyan 4, the side banner unit, the anniversary units. I would probably say you could maybe drop Vegeta Trunks, like Tech Vegeta, Super Saiyan Blues, so then have it where it's just like 4 LRs, or sorry, 4 of the new units, and then having it where it's just like maybe 6 Dokkan Fest, or if you want to do it like 5 and 5, so like 4 LRs, 1 side banner unit, and then like 5 remaining Dokkan Fest. I think that could also be fine too. And while we would obviously have to wait a long time for the unit in general, I think just having it where it's just like, okay, we can give global a certain way to not only get the Tanabata unit, but then also have a way to get these anniversary units that they should have, because a lot of people aren't talking about it, but global is kind of like in a little mess, if you will, of when JP gets a Tanabata, that's when their anniversary units come back. That's when Beast Gohan comes back. That's when Broly comes back, right? And it's just like, where is global gonna get that? We could just have it where it's Christmas, and then, like I said, for the Christmas banner, you can have it where it's the new units. You keep the Christmas banner on global only, and they could have like that as like our final, like, I guess, cement to say like the global anniversary units are back, and then that's it. The sync is done. Like, we don't have to work anymore. It's just going to be just synced from now on, no matter what. I think that could definitely happen for sure. And I would be okay with that happening. Heck, if they want to put it on JP, give it to JP as well. Give them the Christmas banner as well. And then have it where all of this stuff comes back, because I like I said, I think this is kind of just like a throw-in banner. So having it where like the throw-in banner is better, and having it where it's just like a lot of these units are gonna make the return is probably just gonna be best to just keep it the same way that it is. While I am gonna be a little bit sad because it seems like a lot of these units down here are going to start getting their super easies in the next year or two, you know, like we truly don't know. I'm okay with having it where it's just like we're losing the old units, but we're still keeping the new units, you know. But I don't know. That's just my opinion on what could happen for this. What do you think?
So with the sync coming up, there's many different ways that Akatsuki can go about doing this
And mess it up, right?
And mess it up. Because we still have still have quite a bit of banners to go through. Like, we have LR Cell Max still coming out. We haven't got Topu, like you said. And then we have to think about Worldwide and all this, right, the other couple months that have going into it, because JP's anniversary is what, 6 months away from the now.
It's in January.
A lot of people,
like at the end of January.
It's in January. Yeah, it's in January. And a lot of people are thinking, you know, Beast Gohan, the Gammas, Broly, even all the 9th anniversary units are gonna be coming back for the 10th anniversary. So and the banners are gonna be much better. So that's also a lot of things that people are thinking about when it comes to skipping the 9-year anniversary, because they don't see a point of something when the banners can be better. And they could have more stones by that point in time.
Even still, like even playing into that point, like, dude, we got the 2 number 5s right here. we got a HGL.
I think that's also like a reason why you can justify even skipping the anniversary too. Is if you have Goku and Vegeta and you easy A them, you have some of the top 5 units in the entire game that can clear most of the stuff. You're just missing out on one and a few others from the top 10.
Right.
But if you have like a lot of these units, like Goku and Vegeta, like I just mentioned, or the blue fusion, the blues,
right?
You can still get away with those units for a lot of the difficult content coming out. It's just that it's gonna be very hard to justify skipping out on these anniversary units, because it's not like you're gonna have the most solid team imaginable, especially if you're missing a lot of the units like I am. Like I'm missing, like, of course I'm missing Broly in the side banner unit, but I'm also missing like Zamasu. I don't have a single copy of Zamasu, and getting dupes for somebody like the Blue Boys would be very beneficial to me, because I only recently just pulled them on the banner. So as somebody that doesn't summon a lot on every single banner, it's very imperative that I summon on the banners that gave me the most amount of value and possibility of dupes.
Right.
But I also want to think about, you know, the future of the game and the future of the characters that are coming out. What is going to work for me, and what's going to be beneficial in the long run. And me personally, I personally might be skipping Broly and Gogeta, with the exception of discounts for just Beast Gohan.
Right. I've seen a lot of people say that too, where they're just gonna go in primarily into Beast. I think we also have to think about the idea of Cell Max dropping for part 3 of the anniversary as well. I think part 3 is definitely like a breather moment for the game, but like I would be okay with getting Cell Max as a part 3, especially because it's like a superhero celebration, literally. We got Gammas, we got Beast Gohan, we got Gogeta, we got Broly. Every single thing is part of like the movies. So having it where it's just like, okay, we're dropping the super movie boss.
That's what originally people thought were gonna happen, was we were gonna get Cell Max instead of the Gammas.
Yeah, well, to be fair, they also they literally dropped, dude. I talked about it in the video that I did it, but I literally can't believe I recorded the entire video of talking about why them dropping Ginyu and dropping physical Goku Black was the worst decision in mankind. I said it for 12 o'clock that day, and they dropped the news at like 8 o'clock saying that they're also easying the tech Gotenks, and I was like, damn you. You literally waited to the last second. You literally waited to the last second. I hate you. I hate you. 1 second. All right, so we're back. So they already said, by the way, if you haven't already noticed, that during the like what was it called? I guess like the newsletter. Yeah, the May newsletter. They were like, we're gonna be doing it where there are more information for the operation schedule unification timing will be released during the 9th year anniversary. They're like, we appreciate your patience. I think it's just like I think like the plans are most likely just going to be like something like how I said, like we're not getting Tanabata. Topo is when he comes back is how we're gonna get him. Maybe I guess like what's just gonna happen to the Tanabata. I really hope that during the anniversary they're like, hey, so you guys probably have already seen, but if you haven't already, this is the unit that's on JP right now. We currently have to wait for them to come back in order for it to like be on global, or like where this is when we plan to release them, but everything from this point on is going to be like unified, because they said by summer, and by summer is like worldwide download celebration. Well, I guess from anniversary to worldwide download celebration, that's like kind of like summer, you know, it's like till September, so they have until September to fix, well, not fix, but unify the game. So like I think it's just something we have to like wait and see. I'm assuming they have some plan, that they got something cooking up, right?
Well, that should be a given based off of like what the first question of the Q&A says right there.
Right.
Are you gonna give us like information like the sync? And they said they're planning to release the information on the during the 9th year anniversary here. So possibly we could be getting that information, and whether or not like, should you summon for Beast Gohan? Should you summon for the other anniversary units? Because the sync's coming in, and we might be sharing the 10th anniversary with JP. That question might actually be answered within this celebration. Shout out to my Instagram group chat. Derek, Josh, Dom. Shout out to you guys. We always constantly talk about this, and their main concern is like, when are things gonna sync up? And like, I really want to summon for like Vegeta when he comes back. Or you know, is it possible that the sync is happening further, and then if I summon right now, am I gonna be wasting stones? Just like having that confirmation during the 9th year anniversary like would be very helpful in judging based on whether or not we really go full bore with our stones during the celebration for these characters.
I think definitely, for sure. I could see that. My main thing, and like I guess we can kind of like turn this into like a small like should you summon part. If we're like looking at these banners, I think there's so many top tier units on here, or units that will be top tier in the future, except for like if we're just like saying like there's no chance, right? Like Broly and Cooler, for example. Like Cooler is gonna take a couple of years, and Broly has to wait for Super Easy A. Those are like literally the only units that we could be like, you know what, those are just completely unusable for right now. And even then, you can still use them in old events, right?
Yeah, in older events like Cooler still does pretty well.
Same thing for here. It's just like there's only 3 quote unquote unusable units. Like Piccolo needs a Super Easy A, Gobros needs a Super Easy A. but it's not like they're unusable. And then like SSJ Duo have a okay leader skill. Like
Yeah.
I think my main thing is that like, I think we just have to, like you said, wait for the unification details before I could like confirm like, yeah, you should summon. Because like how you said, if Global and JP, like if Global is like, hey, in 6 months or in January, we're going to be having the anniversary again, and I'm telling you guys ahead of time so that way you're like, you guys know like that's what's going to happen from this point on, then yeah, I'm going to be like, hey, don't go heavy into these. If you're going to go into these banners, just get one copy and hop out. Don't go for multiple dupes. Don't go for multiple copies. Just get one copy and get out. Because yeah, like if these units are going to be returning this fast, and like how I said about the whole Tanabata situation, we just don't know. We just don't know.
We can only speculate. I remember Baby saying that he doesn't think the sync is happening anytime soon. He believes that it's not happening anytime soon. We still got to get through Cellmax. We still got to get through Worldwide. We got to get through Topo even. But we have no idea like how Akatsuki is going to handle the sync here. If they are actually going to start skipping banners or just throw them out rapidly, like how it's been the past couple months. They've just been hitting us back to back with these Dokkan Fest exclusives that were originally on JP that spanned months, but hit us back to back like within a month or so or two of them being released. Like they've been handling this in a really weird way. It's been very inconsistent. So content creators probably have the best idea of like what's going on, but
yeah, so what all you guys should do is go on twitter.com, ping the truth, and ask him what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. He's the only one that knows.
Yeah, he's the only one who knows. You just have to ask him.
Truth, if you're seeing this video, please make global guides for some of the Extreme Super Battle Roads.
Yes.
Not all of us play JP.
No, I think what definitely could happen is like a thing that happened for global as well, where the new units they've already basically told us they're okay with doing that, and the way that they told us that they're okay with doing that is by doing that, right? They took off Ginyu and they gave us Trunks instead, right?
Yeah.
So what could easily just happen is they're like, okay, well, we can't have the Tanabata unit and Topo and Cellmax, right? So what they could just do is be like, okay, Cellmax is part 3 for anniversary, and that's what we're gonna do. And they can maybe be like, okay, like the month after Tanabata, it's like Tanabata, Topo, and like the new TUR after global anniversary and after JP Tanabata, right? I think something like that could definitely happen. I like I said, I'm completely blind into all of this. I don't have enough influence to get like a nudge from Bandai just yet. But with your guys' help and with one more subscription, no. Like I said, we just really don't know, because who knows if they'll just be swapping banners like this and they'll just add it on top of it. Again, just another thing where it was just like, whose banner was it that they released recently and then they dropped Android 21 on it?
That's a good question.
I actually can't remember. It like just happened recently too.
It was like right after their banner came out.
Yeah, it was a dual celebration banner though, wasn't it?
Was it Goku and Boo?
I think it was. It won't show it on here though, because for whatever reason, sometimes this Dokkan Wiki is not the best. And do I really? Yeah, I'm gonna be stingy with it. I'll go ahead and look up the banner because I love you guys. This is on JP. Let's go back. It actually shouldn't be that.
Yeah, it was. I already looked it up. It was the Boo banner that she came back.
Okay. Let's go ahead and look at that again. Like we know they're fine with throwing out stuff that's different than JP. JP literally has not had Android 21 return, have they?
I don't believe so.
And Global has had it for like 1 or 2 months. It's again another situation where it's just like, okay, well, we already have it on Global. Guess what? When JP is having their return unit, we can have it where it's just like, well, as long as they don't do it for Tanabata, because I could easily see just messing it up with Tanabata, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, let's say that Dokkan is smart and JP and Global are talking to each other, They could be like, hey, we'll just wait 1 month after Tanabata, and then have this unit return, and then JP could have 21 return, and then like Topo can like drop on global or something like that, right? So even though we're getting the same new unit, we're still getting like a new unit as well. Like, so we're syncing up the schedules a little bit more. Again, there's just so much like mishap happening everywhere. I'm sure there's a grand scheme of things for all of this, which is why they're doing everything so awkwardly. But like when it does eventually happen, this will just be an issue of the past. You know, like we're not going to talk about sync in 6 months. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's like a now issue. It's not a later issue. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, especially with a lot of people recovering stones. I've seen a lot of polls on YouTube about like how many stones do you guys have? And there's like the 1,000 to 1,500 to 2,000, and then like 500 to 100, and 0 to 200. And a lot of the time, some of these people are there's bigger percentages in the lower counts, rather than in the higher counts, because it's like we've been going so rapid fire throughout these Dokkan Fest exclusives that a lot of people want, and they're just throwing stones at them. Like Dokkan Fest Super Trunks, like he's not like a terrible unit by any means, but you wouldn't really consider him like a top tier unit, but still people threw a lot of stones at his banner.
Right. I don't know, like I was talking about the Tanabata and all that stuff too. Like we just truly don't know. There's just so much stuff that they could do, and it's always just going to be different on JP and global until we eventually have that sync happen. So again, well, best case scenario, they just delay this banner until December. But then again, it's just like, I know JP obviously wants to have these units back again, and saying like, uh-oh, you guys actually have to wait all these months. I think there's probably gonna be a little bit of whining if that happens. So,
I don't think that's gonna go over well.
Yeah,
usually Akatsuki treats JP pretty well, in terms of bringing relative units back. Sometimes global does it better, but like they did, like for example, they did justice for both versions with the step up banner this year. Like the step up banner was a lot better than it has been in previous years. And separating them from super and extreme really helped a lot of players like myself, who's mainly summoning for super class units. Given the chance, I was able to pick up my first copies of like Turles.
I didn't even think about that either.
Piccolo.
We're probably gonna have this synced up as well, which is actually just gonna help out global so much. Because if we look at JP versus global, right? So you have Cooler Goku, Kid Goku, like Metal Cooler, like all of these units who Easy Aid and stuff like that. And then we go over on global side, and it's just like half of this list is just gone again.
Yeah, half the list needs to be super awakened again.
Yeah, what unit was added on here that they just got deleted? It's Pathku.
Yeah,
no, okay. Well, Kid Goku, like all that stuff. Yeah. But yeah, like having it where it's just like all of that is synced up as well just makes it where it's just like, oh, like Cell Max, who knows? Well, actually, I want to say no. I was gonna say Cell Max could be on here, but if Bulma wasn't on here last year, no, Bulma wasn't on here last year. She won't be on here. Bulma will be on here this year, but not Cell Max. But even still, like a lot of these Dokkan Fest of the past year have been pretty usable, I would say. You have let's go ahead and look at like what the world, or not the worldwide, the dual Dokkan Fest, right? If we replace Goku and Cell, and we just look at something like the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Hirudegarn, like it's just like it's night and day how much like better these units are in hard content versus how these units were in hard content.
Exactly. It makes a substantial boost just because
Tech Gohan's right there.
Yeah, Tech Gohan right there.
That's funny though.
That's easy in the game.
Yeah, exactly. Tech Gohan's right here. Like, dude, they can make it where they add in a super easy A section and make this banner like absolutely busted.
Yeah, they could go super ham with it.
if we can get 5 super EZAs and then like 5 of them are on this banner, like it's actually gonna go insane. We are so in the dark about it, and even still, like of the stuff that's not guaranteed, because remember, it just has like every single Dokkan Fest ever, right? I believe at least that it has like almost every single Dokkan Fest. And I don't know if it actually would show or not, but either way, you understand my point. Like we there's so much stuff to look forward to. That's all I'm saying. Is that like we're global is dehydrated. We're waiting for our single drop of water, but we're
link leveling for God's sakes.
Yeah, we're about to get. You know, like that big. You know, like those big buckets of the water parks that just like fill up and fill up and fill up over time. We're like, please, and then it's just
please.
Yeah, and then it's actually just gonna just drench us in a couple of seconds, right? Like we're getting to that point. We just have to wait. That's why I might be a little bit pessimistic, and I'm like, this fucking global sync. But then I'm like, it's gonna happen soon, and when it happens, I know it's gonna be good.
Yeah, with all that said and done, and explained, and you know the thought process is there, and the information we do have, I think when it comes now back to summoning for the banners, you can look at it 2 different ways. If we do get the information, like the 10th anniversary is gonna be totally separate, then we could have 2 different opinions for if we're summoning for these characters or not. And especially from a whale point of view and a more free-to-play view, whether or not these banners are truly worth it. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. That's the thing, is that we kind of just have to like see.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just so much stuff that, because like I said, if we just go back to the tweet of them talking about like just the operating schedule and how they're going to be handling it, I think it literally just is a thing is we have to wait till anniversary to see like what their plan is and what they're going to say for the sync before we're even able to say like, should you even summon on this? Like it's just such a hard thing to decide. Like I could be like, oh yeah, dude, go ahead and summon on Beast Gohan. Beast Gohan's right there, dude. He's number 1 in the game. But it's like, does your account really need Beast Gohan? Like truly, can you not beat every event in the game without Beast Gohan? I think the answer is no. You can beat any event in the game without Beast Gohan. This is why they give us all these missions, right? But when
that's why they gave us some of the most broken EZAs in the game.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Again, when people are saying that the past year's anniversaries and past years have been better, it's just like, bro, top 3 has it where top 3 units in the game include 2 EZAs. How insane is that?
I don't think that's ever really been a thing in the past. Like,
it's always a new unit.
It's always the new units that are the top units in the game.
Yeah.
And
go back to
really
AGL and Khalifa. Go see how that stuff was, man. You either pull the new unit or you cry. this one I pull MUI and I'm like, damn, at least he's still good.
Yeah.
That's all the thoughts I had. I don't know if you have any other closing remarks.
I'd say for the people that actually want a definitive answer for it, as a free-to-play player myself, that mainly saves his stones for like a lot of these big celebrations, I would personally rank Gogeta's banner at the lowest rank. Units that you'd probably want to see in your summons is Gogeta, Trunks, Goku, Kid Gohan, and then Broly. They're all still pretty decent. If you don't have them, same thing with Broly's banner over here. Broly, Frieza, Zamasu, the Buu duo, the gods when they eventually get their EZA, and then the Blue Boys. If you don't have dupes for any of these characters, then yeah, these are still like highly valuable banners to still summon on.
Right.
And then Beast Gohan's banner is just out of this world. And then with
I think it's
Gamma's
like
banner,
a thing of like, I think it's like Gogeta.
It's box situational too.
Yeah, I think it's like Gogeta has it where his side banner units are better, and then it's just like, Gammas have it where like the featured units, like the top featured units are better. Like if we go ahead and look at like Gogeta, and it's like, yeah, Gammas, and then it's like Future Trunks, and it's like, oh, Future Gohan, then it's like, oh, dude,
Okay, that
Goku,
and then you get
and it's like,
Bulma.
yeah, Bulma, and then it's like Kid Gohan, it's like, yeah, Kaiku, and then it kind of like tapers off from there. But then you go down, and then it's just like, okay, well, let's look at these. Like STR Bardock and Gine can definitely put in some work. Obviously, Broly Trio can put in some work. STR UI can put in some work. Paragus can put in some work. It's like I don't know about any of these guys down here.
Yeah,
It's
very much like box dependent. If you don't have a lot of these characters, this is still a very highly valuable banner for you to summon on.
Yeah.
But I would encourage anybody that's watching this video, don't get super crazy with your summons. You know, wait for
Just
a
get
little more
one.
information about the sync.
Yeah, that too. I would say just like hold yourself to just getting one. If you pulled in a unit first multi, you're like Goku Black Rift. Just either finish out the rotation and then stop summoning, or just stop summoning right then and there. You know, like don't go too heavy into these banners for sure. Like how like again, this is like from a whale's perspective, but like me personally, I'm just going for one unit and that's it. And that's not even because of the philosophy that I have of like I like to try to beat all of these events with older units, but also just because of the fact that these units are probably going to return the fastest that they ever have on global, like you said. Because we don't have to actually wait a year. We only have to wait 7 months ish.
That's if the sync is as close as people are tended to think it is.
Yeah.
But you know, if you do pull on the banners, I'd say no shame in that. Even doing the discounts, you're gonna get 6 multis for what, 150 stones. That's still a crazy amount of value.
And then
again, you have your tickets at the very end.
Tickets, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to mention you still have the rainbow tickets as well.
Yeah.
Heck, you do your discounts on maybe Gogeta. You really want Beast. You throw the rest of your like half of your stones at Beast. Still don't get them. You still have the tickets to worry about.
Right.
It's very much like this celebration is not as safe as the past celebrations. I wouldn't say like the best. I would say not as safe because we have really no idea what's coming.
Well, I meant in terms of like the EZAs and stuff. I don't think there's a single EZA inside of the entire celebration except for like the free to play ones, and even then they can still get some use. But every single summonable EZA is like genuinely usable in at least a year's ago's content, a bare minimum. Like you could still probably get some use out of the brand new content as well too. That's my thoughts.
Very true. Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me, Riri.
Of course,
I'm very
anytime.
glad.
I'm very happy that you had me on for this.
Yes, thank you.
I was actually very happy to talk about this. And hopefully I helped out with information that was a little confusing on the free-to-play side.
Yeah.
And give us more of a voice here.
Yeah. Like I said, it's always nice to have a different perspective, have a different voice into the thing, because, you know, talking to myself literally just sounds like I'm schizophrenic at one point or another. So having, or I'm actually putting a voice is definitely better. But thank you all for watching. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for remember. Thank you, all of you. And then, like I said, thank you so much for joining me. But hope you guys all have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
Bye.